To get a drug approved in the United States, you have to show that it's safe and it works on the disease that you say it's going to work on, so it's efficacious. You don't even necessarily have to know how that drug works.
The question is, could Vioxx cause heart attacks? Well, that's a very difficult experiment. You wouldn't really want to do that. But it turns out Merck did do the experiment by aggressively marketing the drug.
If you're talking about soda pop, people can play fast and loose with, they can advertise it that it will make you look better or whatever, or make you more attractive to members of the opposite sex, and that's fine. They can get away with it because there aren't so many necessarily adverse consequences to false claims.
Right now, the utilities in California are spending $1 billion a year on energy efficiency. What are we trying to do with that money?
High energy prices open the door for things like solar and energy efficiency, but they open the door much more for more coal. And I want to explain that for more fossil fuels. Coal is cheap and abundant, so if our energy prices stay high, we are going to find ways to do all kinds of ugly things with coal. And coal is not the only ugly thing out there. This is a strip mine in Alberta.
Another way that compassion and altruism got built into the human nervous system is through sexual selection. And the idea is, one of the ways that traits get built into the human nervous system, not only can they help you survive, not only can they help your offspring make it to the next generation, but just as importantly, Darwin argued, do those traits help you win mates and other reproductive opportunities?
What would it be like for us to not have a theory of mind, to not have empathy, and to not have the ability to act to reduce the suffering of others? With people who have autism, what we find is that it's very difficult for them to have social relationships, so they're nearly asocial. They also seem to lack empathy, and they seem to lack a theory of mind. So kindness is such a part of who we are that it's only when it doesn't occur that we notice it.
A virus that killed all its hosts would not be good at what it does. Namely, what it does is spread from host to host in order to persist. This virus that was introduced into Australia to control the rabbits. And it was an extremely virulent virus. It killed greater than 99% of all the rabbits. In a few populations, there were viruses that were less virulent. And what they did is they didn't kill all the rabbits. And in the end, those are the viruses that persisted. As there get to be more rabbits, the virus gets to be more virulent and more aggressive going from host to host. And as there get to be fewer rabbits, what you do is you select for less virulent virus in this particular case. So a virus that killed all of humanity would be a terrible virus. From the virus's standpoint, not from the human's standpoint.
We all know that the universe is not infinitely old. It actually had a beginning about 14 billion years ago, and that is actually a fairly well-determined number by now, 13.7 plus or minus 0.2 or 0.3, something like that. But a bigger question is, will it have an end? That is, will it keep on expanding forever, or will it someday recollapse into what you could call a big crunch? Or if you started with a big bang, you could say gnab gib, which is big bang backwards, right? Let me end by saying that Robert Frost might not have known about anti-gravity, but he knew about these two possible fates for the universe, because he had this famous poem, right? Fire and Ice. Some say the world will end in fire. Some say in ice. From what I've tasted of desire, I hold with those who favor fire. But if I had to perish twice, I think I know enough of hate to say that for destruction ice is also great and would suffice.